Men's swimming and diving come up huge at the D3 National Championships.
The softball team heads to the Rebel Spring Games. How did they fare in the Florida Heat?
Jesse Novak sits down with Kyle Rossner and a whole lot more coming up on All Access starting now. Welcome to another edition of All Access. I'm your host, Allie Dorenzo.
And I'm your other host, Cody Decker. As much as we enjoyed a relaxing 14-day break, there was no such break for Rowan athletes. Between national championships on the line and baseball and softball invitationals, we have a hard-hitting, fantastic show in store. Allie, let's lead off in the blazing Florida Heat with the softball team.
After a 6-0 record to start the season, Rowan softball continued their perfect season, posting a 12-0 stretch at the Rebel Spring Games from March 13th to the 20th in Winter Haven, Florida. Rowan totaled 5 shutout victories and scored 6 runs or more in 9 of the 12 games. At the plate, junior shortstop Sheila Sneed led the team with a .600 batting average, 24 for 40, 3 home runs, and 21 runs scored over the week, while senior second baseman Alyssa Romero hit .525, 21 for 40, and knocked in 18 runs. The pitching staff had a phenomenal overall showing during the trip, recording a combined .13 ERA. Junior pitcher Allison Nolan surrendered just 1 earned run and notched 25 strikeouts in 6 starts. Starting at 18-0, the softball team will host Montclair State in a doubleheader on Saturday, March 28th for the start of New Jersey Athletic Conference play.
So after dominating at the Rebel Spring Games, Rowan is now ranked 7th in the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association poll. The key to their success has been the offense. Currently 5 starters are hitting an over .400 average. Leading the team is junior shortstop Sheila Sneed. She has 35 hits, scored 30 runs, and has 16 RBIs.
And Cody, another prop to keep an eye on is freshman outfielder Mia Balsadari. In the first 18 games of her college career, she's hitting .419 at the plate. She scored 19 times and batted in 16 runs.
2 key players for the Profs, and to go along with the Profs' offense has been some tremendous pitching from their staff. It seems like they have a tremendous pitching duo, starting with junior pitcher Allison Nolan. She's appeared in 9 games this season and started 7 of them. Her record currently sits at 6-0 with an ERA of .21. She also has 3 shutouts early in the season. The other part of this duo is junior pitcher Beth Ann Highland. She also has 9 appearances this season and started 8 games. Her record is also at the moment 6-0, and she has an ERA of 1.09, and she leads the team in strikeouts with 39.
Rowan will now prepare to go into their conference schedule. They are currently first place in the conference with Stockton behind them at a 10-1. The Profs will open up NJAC play on Saturday, March 28th with a doubleheader against their North Jersey rivals, Montclair State University.
And a quick couple of notes here. The Rowan softball team is the reigning NJAC champion, 14-4 record in the NJAC during the regular season last year. And currently in those 18 games, they are outscoring opponents 149-25 in the first 18 games of the season. Now, we mentioned Sheila Sneed as well as Mia Baldassari, who have also been a big threat to these opposing teams on the base paths. Sheila Sneed has 17 stolen bases on 18 attempts, 54 total bases, and 30 runs scored. Mia Baldassari is second on the team with 8 stolen bases in 8 attempts. And we mentioned the pitching. We gave you the stats on the 2 dominant pitchers to start off the season. Allison Nolan, 10 appearances, 17 innings pitched all last season. A 2.47 ERA, 16 strikeouts as a sophomore. This season already 9 appearances, the 7 starts, 33 innings pitched, and an impressive .21 ERA with 37 strikeouts. And I think the key for the season, Allie, has to be that the Rowan softball team having this combination of hitting as well as pitching. If you're the away team, you want to get off to a good start hitting, which will definitely help out your pitching. Same thing if you're the home team. Pitching, if you get off to a dominant start, they can be really great this season. So we're looking forward to big things for them, especially going into conference play. Shifting fields now from the diamond to the men's track and field team, who competed in the Wake Forest Open on Friday and Saturday. The two-day meet included student athletes from all three NCAA divisions. On the first day for Rowan, Dave Benjamin took 10th place with a time of 14.86 seconds in the 110-meter hurdles. In the shot put, Chase Hoger recorded a distance of 40 feet and 5.5 inches for 29th place, and Will Cardona finished 30th with a throw of 40 feet, 4 3/4 inches. Continuing on to Saturday, Dave Benjamin continued his dominance as he finished second in the high jump with a height of 6 feet, 4 3/4 inches. He also placed 62nd in the 200-meter dash with a time of just above 22 seconds. In the 400-meter hurdles, Anthony Salamo took 15th place with a time of 56.02 seconds. Dexter Anderson was a part of the 4x100-meter relay team and took 15th place, and he also finished 34th in the long jump with a height of 19 feet, 11 3/4 inches, and 72nd place in the 200-meter dash with a time of 23.47 seconds. Next, Rowan heads to Widener University for the Danny Curran Invitational on Friday and Saturday, March 27th to the 28th.
The Rowan University women's track and field team began the 2015 season at the Wake Forest Open on Friday. The two-day meet includes student athletes from all three divisions of the NCAA. Joel Brown finished 16th in the triple jump with a leap of 35 feet, 11.5 inches. In the shot put, Kiana Hawkins Deravan came in 18th place with a distance of 38 feet, 7.5 inches. Catherine Doherty was 22nd in the 5,000-meter run with a time of 18 minutes and 27 seconds. Christina Ritchie achieved a 24th place finish in the 1,500-meter run B section with a time of 5 minutes and 7 seconds. On Saturday, Melariah Searcy finished 4th in the 400-meter hurdles with a time of 1 minute and 3 seconds. Melissa Lake had a 14th place in the javelin with a throwing distance of 114 feet and 7 inches. Grace Montgomery was 16th with a throwing distance of 113 feet and 4.34 inches, and Megan Montgomery finished 25th with a throwing distance of 99 feet and 8.3 inches. The Profs traveled to College Park, Maryland for the Maryland Invitational on Saturday, March 28th.
The Rowan men's swimming and diving team had two athletes compete at the 2015 NCAA Division III Swimming and Diving Championships in Shenandoah, Texas. Sophomore Jesse Novak won the 50 freestyle with a time of 19.89 on Wednesday, March 18th, the first day of events. On March 19th, sophomore diver John Morris placed 12th in the 1-meter dives and was named an All-American honorable mention. On Saturday, March 21st, Morris finished in 20th place in the 3-meter dive. In the 100 freestyle championship, Jesse Novak finished first with a time of 43.68, capturing the national championship for that category. Novak is just the second swimmer in school history to take home 2 national titles. So on behalf of everyone here at All Access, a huge congrats to both of these guys for their performances.
Now for a look into the world of pro sports, we turn it over to John Patterson for this week's Pro Talk.
Thank you, Allie. This week in pro sports, the murder trial of former New England Patriots player Aaron Hernandez was delayed briefly Thursday by a bomb threat called into the courthouse, and the former tight end's fiancé reportedly will be called to testify Friday. Superior Court Judge Susan Garst cut off testimony at about noon Eastern Time after a court officer alerted her to the threat. She told jurors there would be a brief delay and they were led from the courtroom. Then she announced that the building was being evacuated. The Fall River Justice Center was swept by Massachusetts State Police. No explosives were found, and the employees were let back in about an hour later. Court resumed at 2 p.m. with Garst telling jurors that there was no reason to believe the interruption was related to the Hernandez case. Patriots coach Bill Belichick strongly voiced his displeasure Tuesday that the league didn't want to spend money to put 4 cameras in the end zone to give referees better angles on replay reviews. A league source told ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter, the source, who was in the meeting with NFL head of officials Dean Blandino, among others, told Schefter that Belichick made his point with choice language. The source said Belichick expressed concern that the league is willing to spend top dollar to send the Pro Bowl to Brazil and regular season games in London every season, but doesn't appear willing to spend the money to pay for extra cameras it would take to cover all end zone angles to assist instant replay. Adding replay cameras is a topic that Belichick has lobbied for at length in recent years. The Patriots repeatedly have proposed that fixed cameras be positioned on all boundary sidelines, the sideline, end line, and goal line, to supplement camera angles provided by broadcast networks. Belichick vented similar frustration to reporters about the league's reluctance to fund new end zone replay cameras. After a 19-year NBA career in which he twice won MVP honors, tallied the third most assists in league history, and assured his place in the Hall of Fame as one of the greatest point guards to play the game, Steve Nash announced his official retirement Sunday morning. Nash, who was plagued by injury, only played 65 of a possible 164 games after signing with the Lakers in 2012. He finishes his career with 10,335 assists, which is once again third in league history behind Jason Kidd and John Stockton. It has been a season full of firsts and fun for the Golden State Warriors, rewriting the record books and rediscovering what it takes to be a winner. A few milestones remain, one for the season and one for all time. Both can be reached Friday night when the Warriors visit the Memphis Grizzlies in a matchup of the Western Conference's top teams. The Grizzlies are the only team Golden State hasn't beaten this year, and right now they are standing in the Warriors' way of making history for their franchise. That game can be seen on NBA TV at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The New York Rangers clinched a playoff berth after a 5-1 rout over the Ottawa Senators. Chris Kreider was a big help in the win as he tallied 2 goals and an assist for the Rangers. Dan Boyle, Matt Zuccarello, and Tanner Glass also scored for the Rangers, who have 101 points. New York has reached the playoffs in 5 consecutive seasons, including 9 of the last 10. Cam Talbot made 23 saves for New York and handled Ottawa's Andrew Hammond his first regulation time loss, while also ending the team's 7-game win streak. And that is all I have for you this week in Pro Talk. Coming up, Allie and Cody have more updates and scores. But after the break, Kyle Rosner sits down with Jesse Novak. So stay tuned for more All Access.
Welcome back. I'm Kyle Rosner with this week's edition of The Round Table. Joining me today is Jesse Novak of the men's swimming team. Jesse, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, thanks.
You have a good breakfast, get a nice workout in before coming down to the set?
Oh yeah, just to waken up a little bit, so yeah.
It's great. So Jesse, you've just got done winning multiple awards for the NCAA championship. How are you feeling right now?
I couldn't be happier with the whole experience. Right now, I'm just on top of the world, and I'm just ecstatic for what happened in Texas.
What events did you do very well in?
I won the 50 freestyle and the 100 freestyle.
Now, when you say 50 freestyle, 100 freestyle, what exactly does it? I mean, I'm only a casual swimmer myself. I'm not too much into competition. So
Yes.
what exactly do you guys do?
So the 50 and the 100 freestyle, they're the 2 sprint events for swimming. And so if you go to the Rowan pool, 2 lengths down and back, that's a 50, and then 100 is 4 lengths
Okay,
down,
wow,
back,
it's
down,
definitely
back.
a lot of swimming. Did you think when you were a little tight getting thrown into the kiddie end of the pool, you'd one day be winning championships for the prestigious Rowan University?
Actually, I started out originally playing hockey.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't start swimming until I was 9 or 10. And then I remember my dad was telling me this weekend that the first time I ever raced, he remembers I got out and immediately threw up. So I can definitely say I didn't expect to be winning any championships.
What made you make the switch from hockey to swimming? Because those are definitely 2 different sports.
I started watching the Olympics, and I
Okay.
saw Michael Phelps up there, and I said, that looks like something that's pretty fun. So I quit hockey, and I guess it's been swimming ever since.
Is your goal one day to be in the Olympics?
That's a really, really lofty goal. I guess my goal is to give myself the opportunity to make the Olympics. So first I got to make trials, and then in my event, everyone's usually very old. And so I have a couple more years, probably 8, honestly, where I would have a competitive shot of making the Olympics.
Well, it's great that you're in there at such a young age, definitely getting your name in there. How do you prepare and train when you're not swimming during the off season? I guess more swimming during the summer months?
Over the summer, I go away to North Carolina. I train with this club team. And
Which club is that?
Swim Mac in North Carolina. And that's where Ryan Lochte and Colin Jones train. And I train out of there and for the whole summer. And then when I'm not there, I'm just swimming on my own and just continue going into the weight room and lifting.
How long have you been going to those camps?
I just started going this last summer, and it's
Okay.
definitely paid off.
Do you like to go to the beach? Definitely hit the Jersey Shore and do a little swimming in the ocean?
I love the beach. Not a big fan of the ocean.
No,
not
really?
not a big fan.
Why is that?
I watch a lot of Shark Week, okay, and so that just really messes with me.
It's funny
I
that you
just
should
can't
mention
hop in.
sharks. I always thought it would make swimming a lot more interesting, competitive swimming, if they put a shark in the pool and each swimmer had to outrace the shark. Do you think that'll ever be a future for competitive swimming?
I could see if maybe the world turned into something out of Waterworld, maybe that'd become an event. But hopefully, it's when I'm done with the sport.
Can't outswim sharks yet.
Not yet. Maybe I can outmaneuver them, but definitely not outswim them. But
What is your favorite shark movie?
my favorite shark movie. I've probably watched Jaws like 20, 30 times. I love that movie.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Have you seen Deep Blue Sea?
No, I've not.
You love shark movies, haven't seen Deep Blue Sea?
Okay, is that on Netflix? Should I grab it on Netflix?
I'm sure you could find it online somewhere.
I'll grab it.
All right, definitely check it out. I think you'd really like that one. There's definitely a lot of swimming going on in there. Now, you're only the 7th person in the history of the NCAA, 7th person to win both the 50 and 100 meter. Do you think that's definitely got a lot of weight on your shoulders now?
Yes.
With competitive swimming?
Yeah, I think I guess it's a little bit of a big deal, I guess. But for me, it just makes me feel like I'm gonna have so much pressure because now I got to show up next year and I'm expected to defend my title. And senior year, I want to defend my title too. So for me, it's a good amount of pressure, and it's gonna motivate me to defend it.
Do you have a lot of camaraderie with your teammates and such? How is the swimming team as a whole? Would you say?
The team right now, compared to where it was last year, has become quite like a family. Because last year we were a little disconnected from each other. There was a lot of drama going on outside the pool. But this year we squashed that, and everyone's been real close and real supportive of each other.
Do you definitely see a lot of team members? How do you get more people to get involved in the swim team? Do you guys definitely do a lot of active recruiting? And
Yeah.
Are you a part of that at all?
Yeah, I like to involve myself in recruiting as much as possible. Like we'll bring the recruits, take them on tours and stuff, and I always try to go and see them. But then I'm always talking to people, seeing if they want to transfer to Rowan and stuff like that. But nothing ever too serious. I more let the coaches handle it, and whatever the coaches tell me to do, I just kind of follow it. So.
Where was the championship this year? Where did it take place?
The championship was in Shenandoah, Texas.
Oh, wow. Was that your first time in Texas?
Yes, it was.
Was everything bigger?
Actually, yes,
Yeah?
for sure. The pool, it was a high school pool. The pool was beautiful, bigger than any pool I've ever seen. And they had the football stadium right behind it, gigantic. It was incredible.
Wow. Do you travel a lot for the swim team, would you say?
No, not recently. For the championship meets, we always travel. But other than that, besides our training trip and then NCAAs, we don't travel very much.
Any place you'd like to travel maybe for swimming?
I would love to go down to California and have an outdoor meet because that would be a lot of fun.
It's beautiful there.
Yes.
Would you like to live in California one day?
I don't know about living there, but I would stay there for a few months, I guess, maybe during the summers. But I actually really like North Carolina. I think North Carolina is gorgeous.
Now, when you're not swimming, what do you do in your free time to keep busy?
I don't know. I don't really have much of a life outside of swimming. So when I'm not swimming, I'm just thinking about swimming and watching swimming stuff and going to the gym, working out. But recently, I've been playing a lot of online poker with the guys.
Oh, wow.
Nothing high stakes, just free money. But that's what I've been killing my time recently.
Very fun. Play any instruments?
In high school, I played the saxophone, and I haven't been playing saxophone too much in college. But in high school, I was in the marching band and everything, and jazz bands and wind ensembles for saxophone.
So you definitely have always had that lung capacity for
Yeah.
swimming, holding your breath underwater.
Yeah, saxophone's definitely helped with that a little bit. Yeah.
Well, Jesse, I'd like to thank you for coming on the show. That will have to do it for this week's edition of Roundtable. I've been Kyle Rosner, and make sure you guys tune in next week.
Welcome back to All Access. It may be chilly and wet here in Glassboro, so let's see how the baseball team handled the heat in Florida. Allie, take it away.
Rowan Baseball participated in the annual Russ Matt Central Florida Invitational last week. In all, the Profs played 8 games between the 14th and the 20th, winning 6 of them. They split their time playing 4 games each in Winter Haven and Auburndale. They opened up with a shootout win, 17-11, over Eastern Connecticut State University, and followed that up with a 5-3 victory over University of Wisconsin lacrosse. They dropped their first game of the event to the University of Southern Maine 7-4 before pummeling both Benedictine and Gallaudet University 10-2 and 13-1 respectively. The Profs then split a doubleheader against the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point, shutting them out of 4-0 in the first game and dropping the nightcap 4-2. Finally, the Profs left Florida on a high note, defeating University of Wisconsin-Whitewater 9-3. When all was said and done, after going into the Invitational with a 1-3 record, the Profs left sitting at a 7-5.
Rowan improved to 8-5 on the season with an extra inning win over Stevens Institute of Technology on Tuesday night. The Profs tallied 4 runs in the top half of the 11th inning to come away with an 8-4 victory. The Profs opened the scoring in the top half of the second inning when Nick Krieger drove in Casey Grimes on an RBI single. Grimes himself hit a 2-run blast to right field the very next inning to put the Profs up 3-0. He finished the day 3 for 4 plus a pair of walks and 3 runs scored. Stevens got on the board in the bottom half of the 5th inning with a pair of solo homers from Brian Hennelly and Michael Muley. The Profs scored another run in the top of the 6th, and Stevens responded with 2 more of their own in the bottom half of the frame. And from there it remained tied at 4 until Rowan took it home in extras. Brad Manchinsky earned the win with 3 scoreless frames, and Corey Fagenbaum shut the door in the 11th.
The Rowan baseball team won their home opener in an impressive fashion, blasting Haverford College 10-2 on Wednesday afternoon to improve to 9-5 so far this year. Rowan scored in 5 separate innings with 2 in the first, 3 in the third, 2 more in the fourth, and 1 each in the 5th and 8th. Designated hitter Casey Grimes continued to rake 3-4-5 with a triple and 2 runs batted in. First baseman Stephen Todd drove in 3 runs of his own, and third baseman Kevin McMahon chipped in 2 more. Right-hander Richie Suarez wouldn't let the offense overshadow his strong afternoon as he hurdled 5 scoreless frames to earn his second win of the season, allowing just 2 hits and a walk while collecting 5 strikeouts along the way. Rowan looks to extend their winning streak to 4, hosting NJAC rival Rutgers Newark for a double dip this Saturday starting at 11:30.
The Rowan University women's lacrosse team took on SUNY Fredonia on Tuesday afternoon in beautiful Claremont, Florida. Wish I could be there. Attack Becca Wood produced 4 goals. Attack Rachel Emerson scored 2 goals and assisted on 2 more. Midfielder Allie Herbert totaled 1 goal and 1 assist, and midfielder Michaela Early had 1 goal. Their efforts were just not strong enough as the final was 14-8 in favor of SUNY Fredonia.
In their last day in Florida, the Rowan University women's lacrosse team took on the Allegheny College Gators. Attack Becca Woods scored 5 goals for Rowan. Attack Vicky Sucharski recorded 2 goals and 6 assists. Attack Rachel Emerson registered 3 goals and 2 assists. Midfielders Brittany Bollendor, Jamie Blondina, and attack Rachel Hofbauer tallied 2 goals and 1 assist apiece. Bollendor also had 6 straw controls. Profs goalie Erin Horner earned the victory and made 7 saves in 51 minutes and 50 seconds of action. The final score was 22-8, Rowan Profs.
Back at home, the Rowan women's lacrosse team looked to keep the ball rolling against Haverford College. Attack Becca Wood kept her hot streak going, scoring 6 goals. Attack Rachel Emerson and midfielder Jamie Blondina tallied 2 goals and 1 assist apiece. Goaltender Erin Horner saw a total of 25 shots and let up 15 goals. The team effort was strong, but not strong enough to ward off the Fords as the Profs fell 15-13. The next matchup for the Profs will be against Cabrini College on March 27th.
That is all the time we have for you this week. For Kyle Rossner, John Patterson, Cody Decker, and the entire All Access team, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.